Show coming up on the Talk of Delmarva.
Greetings. Put me through to the Pentagon. Stop mocking me! Damn. Thank God. You will bow to me. The ruptured capillaries in your nose belie the cavity of your wisdom. And nothing gets me down. See what you made me do. You got it tough. I've seen the toughest around. And I know. Stop mocking me! Babe, just how do you feel? Stuart Gilligan Griffin, you got to know. Yes. What's real? Very well then. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against a wrecking machine. But of course, unacceptable. What did you see? Victory is mine. Can't you see what I'm mad? You will bow to me. Might as well jump. Excellent. Might as well jump. Fine. Go ahead and jump. Might as well jump. Thank you. I say, am I to spend the entire day wallowing around in my own feces? You say you don't know what the TV is. Silence. Can't you see? Silence. I got my back against a wrecking machine. That's the best you can come up with, you don't get to tell me that. You see? I'm shutting the hell up. Can't you see what I'm like? Unacceptable. Might as well jump. Damn you to my head, propaganda. Jump. Why don't you burn in hell? Might as well jump. Yeah, I've gone and soiled myself. Go ahead and jump. Oh, indeed I can. Jump! Oh, there. Damn the broccoli, damn you, and damn the right brother. The ruptured capillaries in your nose belie the cavity of your wisdom. About shutting the hell up. Victory is mine. Oh, that is a vile and odious lie. Stuart Gilligan Griffin, I'll be one last chance for delivery. There, I've gone and soiled myself. Life is like a bottle chop. You've repeated my words since the day I escaped from your wretched womb. Mark my words. I say, am I to spend the entire day wallowing around in my own feces? Greetings. I'm on to you. Oh, yes. Stop mocking me! About shutting the hell up? I offer you the opportunity to join me in glorious battle. Might as well jump. I shall take the information from you by force. Jump! You have the power to end this. Well, jump! Jump! Fine. Damn. Mark my words. Jump! Give me something linen to throw on before I call child services. Jump! No! Blast you and your epidemical treachery! The mind control device is nearing completion. Are you happy now? Who the hell do you think you are? What the devil are you talking about? I'll be one last chance for delivery. When the world is mine, your death shall be quick and painless. Put me through to the Pentagon. Yes, damn. Yes. Silence! See what you made me do. I'm on to you. Oh, yes. Stop mocking me! Stop mocking me! Stop mocking me! The mind control device is nearing completion. Greetings. Thank you. A little service here.
Okay. Oh, no.
The show is ending.
That's the fastest show I've ever done. you know, I've done these types of shows before. I've done backwards shows before. This one is strictly unintentional, though. Greetings. This is unacceptable, playing the theme song at the end for the theme song at the beginning, right? It's awesome. Cool. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? Of course.
Of course.
Of course. All right, well, let's go here. Yeah, I mean, hello? Oh, my God.
Who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? What the devil are you talking about? Greetings. Greetings. Greetings.
Okay. Greetings, Pat.
He was the other fat guy on the King of Queens, the Don Geronimo Show on WGMB.
Right. I like that one. Hit it again.
Will you please tolerate him? The Don Geronimo Show on
That is a
WGMB.
violent, odious lie. You will bow to me.
This is the Don Geronimo Show on 92.7 WGMB.
Put me through to the Pentagon.
Okay, one more.
You'd listen to an old show if you had to. The Don Geronimo Show on
Damn the broccoli,
WGMB.
damn you, and damn the right brother.
Oh, how dare you?
How dare you?
I keep forgetting they all have WGMB on them. Good morning, friends. I'm branded with that now. 92.7. Hit it again. 92.7. WGMB, Good Guy Radio, all over Delmarva. It's it's Donald P. And my JLB. I'm on the air after all, feeling how I get it small, nearly famous, highly outrageous, and very contagious. Donald P. Geronimo back. I've been out on the airways every morning from 9 until noon, all over Delmarva on 92.7 WGMD. I gotta say, yesterday was an odd show because on one hand, I think I'm getting the technical stuff down, and then on the other hand, there was a moment when all the screens on the computer went blank, and I was stuck because everything at GMD, like in most modern radio stations now, is run through a computer. And out there, how computer savvy you are, you're looking at a screen that got 5 different windows open. One window for sound effects, one window for music, one window for commercials, one window for news, another one for sports. If you're like me, it's a big fat load. And I put my big double Fred Flintstone fingers on the mouse, trying to do something. Mock my words, right? Trying to hit a sound effect like that. And what I did was, I wiped out the whole screen. So suddenly, there's nothing to go to except the sound of my own voice. Most times I find, highly intoxicating. But it's an odd feeling. It's like being nude in front of a group of people because at more than one point yesterday I was looking at like, I can't go to the next element. I can't go to commercials. I can't go to music. And the phones were screwed up yesterday, which also gave me a major complex. I don't mind telling you. Your boy is insecure. I may talk a good game and be bombastic, like, goodness sakes. And opening the show yesterday talking about Billy Mays dying and what the trifecta would be. And I'm looking at the phones and like, nothing's ringing. Hello. And I remember one of the Blue Hairs calling Dan's show earlier yesterday morning and saying, Dan, I tried to go, I got 927. It's no longer working. And I was thinking, power of the Blue Hairs. Turns out, hey, guess what, folks? It was true. But the phones are backed up today. And today, I'm ready, no matter what happens. But I think yesterday I got through most of the snafus in the second week I got through the first day. There was the computer screen going totally dark. There were the phones going out. And there was the air conditioning guy. So, hey, he did not cancel. That's a victory for me. He didn't cancel the account. Good. Good time to be me. Good time to be me. Good time to be alive. And hi, everybody. Thank you for listening. I gave you the phone numbers. I'm on the email, too, don@wgmd.com. Also on Twitter. Hello to Twitter Nation. That's twitter.com/ Don Geronimo Show. Well, I did Twitter something this morning that I got to start with today. Dan was nice enough to mention it as well. My wife and I, my child bride and I went to the movies last night. Right here at the Hoboken Beach Deli. The movies at Midway. This is the same theater where a couple of weeks ago some girl was she doing cartwheels naked through the aisles or something, and girls are taking nude photos of themselves inside the theater. I mean, none of the good stuff like that ever happens when I go. So we go to the movies yesterday in Rehoboth. The big mega complex up on Route 1. Now, God looks out for me in different ways. So someday we'll have a discussion about God on the show here. Yeah, I believe in God, and God has touched my life, but I'm not one of those guys that walks around with a fish on the back of my car. You know what I'm saying? But God never failed to come through for me, and I'll tell you why. Yesterday, I was a self-serving human being. I wasn't. I'm self-serving now. I was serving up. I was thinking about others. That was a slip. That was a Freudian slip. Look at that, Dr. Freud. I'm self-serving. Well, of course I am, for goodness sakes.
Don Geronimo.
It's self-serving, right? It's 9:20 at WGMB.
Are you happy now?
I'm working on it. So, I'm not thinking about myself for a change. I'm thinking about others. I'm the opposite of self-serving. I'm serving others. My wife says she would love to go see the movie The Proposal. Vomit. With Sandra Bullock. And, whoever the young, chiseled abs, the six-pack abs, whoever the flavor of the month is. Ryan somebody. Ryan, take your shirt off in the movie and take all of the focus away from Betty White for a moment. Anyway, I say, what the heck? I'm not going to be self-serving. I'll think about others. Darling, you want to go to this movie? We'll go. Here's where the big guy in the Charlton Heston clothes upstairs. And I always picture God still as Charlton Heston. From my dying hand, you'll never get into my kingdom. Geronimo. Soylent Green is people. Anyway, that's how I picture God. Either that or Santa Claus. It'd be nice if God looked like Santa Claus. What if you got up there and but it was Santa Claus like in a Hawaiian shirt, in a nice Tommy Bahama shirt, like the Santa Claus that you see in commercials where he's chilling out. He's chillaxing at the North Pole. Anywho, I digress. So she says she wants to go to this movie. And normally this is one of those movies, The Proposal. Listen, there are not enough Arnold Schwarzenegger movies for me to go to with my wife to make up for one proposal. I mean, I don't care how many guy flicks I take her to see or how many crude movies I take her to see. Nothing can make up for this, but I think, what the heck? I'm going to do it for others. We're going to go see The Proposal. This is where the G-Man works it out for me. Because he knows, God knows, that I am going to be a suffering puppy going to see this POS movie with Sandra Bullock. This is a girl movie all the way. Hello, WGMD, good morning.
Don, good morning.
Yeah, bear with me. I'm just making sure the phones work. I didn't do that earlier. I should have done that. Hello, good morning. You're the first on the air.
Good morning to you. I saw a really funny movie the other day called The Hangover. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not, but it is...
I have not heard of it.
Hysterical.
Really? It's called the what? What's the name of the movie?
The Hangover.
Never heard of it.
You take your wife to see it. It is
really
one of the funniest movies I've seen in probably the last 5 or 6 years.
Is it PG?
It is. It might be R. No, it's R.
The Hangover. Gee, I've never heard of that movie. That guy should subscribe to some sort of service that will let him know the things I've already discussed on the air. Of course, Doofus, I've seen that movie. For goodness sakes, it was my project for the longest time to get Joe to go see that movie. That was my rallying cry when I started here at WGMD. That's a fine movie. And see, that doesn't count against me that I took my wife to see that. And I mean, when I say against me, I'm talking about if I'll go to see this movie with you, you go to see this movie with me. No, The Hangover is a great movie. She enjoyed seeing that one, even though there were hookers and tigers, etc. So we're going to go see the movie, The Proposal. And I believe that God gave me a little show to watch last night because I was a good soldier. All the way up. It's like a half-hour drive from our house. So we live out here. That's a long ways away. That's another change I've noticed as well. Moving here from D.C., It used to be when we lived outside Northern Virginia, outside D.C., you know, to go anywhere. I mean, to go to Tyson's Corner, to go to a mall, to go to a movie. It was a half hour, 45 minutes, anywhere you wanted to go. Now that we live here on the slower shore, we're spoiled by the fact that just about everything is close. And she said, "Do you want to go see The Proposal?" And I said, "Well, yeah. And she said, "Come on, please." And I said, "Okay, well, is it in Ocean City?" "Well, we've already missed the show in Ocean City, but we can go see it in Rehoboth." I said, "Oh, babe, what's that, a half hour away?" Because that's a gigantic amount of time to me now, living the slower life. A half hour. Still, I said, okay. So we get in the car and we drive up, and good for me, I don't make a scene on the way up. She's just as happy as a pig, and you know what? She's just humming, and we're going to go see the movie and have a good time. And we get in there, and again, God bless me, I got it under control. It seriously looks like one of those tour buses going to Atlantic City. That's the crowd. That's the people that go to see The Proposal on the Monday night in Rehoboth Beach. All the ladies just coming back from a day at the Trump Casino. The stinkiest, skankiest casino in all of Atlantic City. You know, I'm a major tease. I am a major tease because I have to do a break right now without telling you anything.
Thank you.
But I hope that you will listen.
I'm on to you. Oh, yes.
I hope you will continue to listen.
Silent.
Even during the commercial.
What the devil are you talking about?
Because when I come back, I will tell you what happened at the theater.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Well, I'm a radio guy.
See what you made me do.
Well, what did you do? What did you do?
Yeah, I've gone and soiled myself.
Who are you?
Stuart Gilligan Griffin.
You know, I could have got the story in if I just stopped playing those tapes for a second. I'll be right back, everybody, with the rest of this and the entire gosh darn show coming up on WGMD.
Hi, this is Mike Nardo, CEO of Future Tech.
Keeping you up to date. This is news from 92.7 WGMD.
Oh, hey, now, you heard the news, and it was brought to you by DNR Construction.
Hi, this is Rodney Myers of DNR Construction. We are a local roofing company that has ability to repair and install all types of roofs: metal, shingles, cedar, and flat roofs, residential and commercial. Our experienced crews can tear off and install most roofs in one day, and my prices are not based on the cheapest material. I only use products that I will use on my own home. We are licensed and insured. For your free estimate, give me a call at DNR Construction, 302-732-6232. That's 302-732-6232.
Right on, gotta love the sponsors. It's 9:33.
Yeah, I quit drinking. I think I might be an alcoholic.
Whoa. Lois, this is not my Batman class.
You'll never find as fresh and sanitized for your protection as a Rehoboth Beach public restroom. The Don Geronimo Show on WGMD.
What's going on?
Hello there, WGMD. So I just did again. I'm the roost guest. I'm the roost host, you guess, of all time. The phones are ringing, and I'm talking about the thing in the theater, which I never really got to, and I promise I'll get to it now. And I think I can answer these phones because they're ringing, and I push the button. I push the, what is it? The no problem. Oh, hold on a second. That's too loud. Let me turn that off for a second. I had the thing to accidentally busy up all the telephone lines. My apologies. What did he say again?
Everything I say is a lie.
Okay.
Except that. And that.
Hello there. WGMD, good morning. Love it. Phones are hopping, friends. All right, let's get back to the movies, everybody. 9:35 WGMD, Don Geronimo, back on the radio, Love and Delmarva. You can call me at 945-9292-800-518-9292. So we're going to see the movie. I think I've already told you this. I'm being a good guy. And I'm taking my wife to see the movie. She wants to see The Proposal. And I've not made a stink about it. And we're there. And I'm keeping my resentment in my back pocket. And it pays out for me. God takes care of me because he gives me a show inside the show. We sit down to the movie. And like I mentioned, it's all a bunch of old ladies. It's blue hairs. That's all it is. And some older gentlemen and me and my wife and a bunch of teenage girls. Therein lies the problem. I'm really going to sound like an old fart today, but I don't care. Sometimes you sound like an old fart. There's nothing you can do about it. But these kids and their texting. I was behind the people. Literally, we were behind the people, about 8 rows behind where the melee happened last night. We are sitting on the right-hand side of the theater, and on the left-hand side of the theater, about 8 rows in front of us, there's a group of like 3 teenage girls, and they seem innocuous. They look like the Hannah Montana types, okay? Anyway, during the ads, and how annoying is it now to sit through the same crappy ads that you sit through on TV, except you can't TiVo them in the theater. And you're sitting, you have to watch all the dumb car commercials, and then the dumb pimple cream commercials, and then the dumb soda pop commercials before you even get to the commercials for the movie. Now, during all of this, these 4 teenage girls are texting. And you can tell that they're texting because, well, duh, the theater is absolutely dark. It's very, 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 very dark. It's a theater. So when these girls go to turn their phones on and text somebody, although they're not talking on the telephone, you can't hear them speak, and you can't hear the conversation they're having, you can certainly see the lights. I Saw the Light, a great tune by Todd Rundgren. So during the commercials, these girls were texting. And there was a little bit of an uproar in the theater, just a murmur, and I said to one of the people behind me on the other side of the theater, from where the melee would eventually happen, I turned around and I said, you know what, there's like an unspoken rule. I turned to one of the people who appeared to be under the age of 70 in the theater besides me and these girls and my wife. I turned around and I said, I believe that it's like the unwritten rule that I work by is that you can talk or text or do whatever you want during commercials in a movie theater because you're totally being jobbed by the fact that you have to watch commercials when you paid to go watch a movie. And furthermore, I personally don't even get on people for talking unless they talk past the point in the movie where it says directed by. It's one of those movies that starts with all of the credits starring, first director, best boy, best grip, all that stuff. Then it says directed by Carrot Top. Right there, that's when you have to shut your pilot. Soon, I pass this pearl of wisdom to the man sitting behind me. The movie begins, and within 5 minutes of this tour de force starting, these girls are texting again. And there's 4 of them. And I have to admit, it's not a real distraction for me because, as I mentioned, we're sitting on the other side of the theater, but it's a distraction for the people that are sitting right by these girls, and it becomes like a show within a show. This is where God knows that with my fertile mind, I'm trapped in this movie, The Proposal. I mean, what can I possibly do? I'm being a good guy to take my wife to see this movie, and God shines on me and says, I'm going to give you a little WWE right here in the theater. So the girls continue to text. The movie has started. Sandra Bullock, we're finding out that she's a tough-nosed New York bitch. What a comedic actress she is. Please. And she does her standard when she laughs. I don't know, man. I also think Sandra Bullock's face kind of looks like Michael Jackson's. Or I should say Michael Jackson's kind of looks like Sandra Bullock's. No offense. She's got a nice feminine face. So does he. He did, I should say. Hey, nice that his dad's not running around in front of his house in Encino virtually waiting for all the money to fall out of Michael Jackson's casket. You seen that guy? He and Sharpie in front of the Jackson compound in Encino, California. Don't forget, bring your teddy bear out there. That's so important. I hope you know I'm kidding about that. Anyhow, back to the movie. So these girls, these teens are texting, and the light is bothering these people behind them, and we're noticing it. And the movie's continuing, and okay, Sandra Bullock's a real tight ass, and he buys 2 coffees every day because he's her assistant, and maybe he's going to spill one of the coffees, so he buys 2 lattes every day. And it turns out he does spill one, ha ha ha, and he's got the extra one for her, but she's a real, on wheels, and la la la. It's crap. But I'm fascinated by the texters. God love her, even my wife is. She's watching these girls, and we're watching what's happening, and we count the number of times now. The people that are sitting behind these girls, one time they lean over and you see them say something. You can tell what's happening with people by their body language. These people, I'm telling you, the people that were sitting behind these creepy girls were not at all intrusive. They did not physically get in these girls' faces. They leaned over. We watched it happening. And fortunately, these people had very loud speaking voices. The people that got into the ruckus with these teenagers. And you hear the woman say, "Excuse me, it is rude to text during a movie." She leaned forward and said that to the girls in front of her. Then the four little girls turned around and they all went, tee-hee, for lack of a better, you got that going. And in some small way, you're giving this woman a ration of crap. And they turn back around, they continue to, and then the movie calms down, the movie inside the movie calms down, starts back up again, and like 1 minute later, they're testing the waters. You can tell what these kids are doing. One of them opens up their phone, and the next one does, the next one does, the next one does. And, for all I know, they're texting each other. But the couple, again, you hear, "We asked you before. Please stop." Again, they close the phones. And this is going on during the movie. Third time, 5 minutes in. Well, this is the one that got everybody kind of excited. Did you hear? The woman, and I would estimate her age to be, I don't know, mid-40s. Really a MILF, nice-looking woman. She says, if you don't know that, Google that. Old people, Google that. You'll love it. You'll be in touch with the kids. You can actually say maybe you are even a MILF. The MILF leans forward, and out of that beautiful mouth, she says, "I asked you politely, turn off the effing texts." And at that point, the husband, the woman that's been, telling these girls to stop it, he leans over and he says, "Just go get the manager." And this is all playing out in front of us. Across the theater, but we could hear all of this Thursday while the movie is playing at its bellowing level. Watching the movie was like watching TV with Pop-Pop. You walk in the room with Pop-Pop and the TV's always this loud. The Pop-Pop, why is it so loud? Let's sit back and hear it. It's that loud, but you can still hear all this crap going on. So then you see the woman. She gets in a huff, and man, she makes a beeline for the back. And the girls continue. And then now you hear the husband, who says, because they get out there, as soon as the woman walks out of the theater to get the manager, they pull out their phones and start texting again. Now, at this point, you hear the guy who's sitting there, who was with the woman who went to get the manager. He says, in a very loud voice, he says, "Girls, no texting during the movie." And they say, "But she said the F word to us." Really, all of this going on. Maybe another 5 minutes goes by. No manager, no woman, no nothing. The movie's continuing, and I wish I could tell you what's happening in the movie, but I don't know because we're too busy watching the teenage girls. Guess who comes next? It's the manager. But here's the problem. The manager is a peer of the team. And the manager maybe has one hair down there. This poor kid. He makes Joe look like like Mark McGuire. Makes my man Joe the newsman like he's been taking roids. Okay, steroids. This guy, the manager, is a wimpy guy with a wispy half of a mustache and a pimply face, and he's got the red vest on. He comes down with his flashlight. He's got the woman behind him, and the scene is this: when the doors open up at the back of the theater, every head turns from the screen to look at the back of the theater, and we see the manager coming down the aisle with the woman, and all of a sudden, you ever seen the movie Rudy when they applaud for him, and it's that slow applause where it's like this? It goes. Yes, Rudy. Okay, that's the deal in the theater. As they walk in, one person starts with this, and a couple of other people. Then now everybody's applauding because the manager is coming in to talk to these screaming idiots while the movie's still going on. And you see the manager go down and lean down in the first row of seats, And guys, big old police baton / nightlight, his big flashlight, he ducks it under his arm, and you hear them start to huddle. Okay, well, I want to know exactly what happened, because texting is not allowed here. And all of a sudden you hear, she called us the F word! And then the manager, this punk, stands up and goes to the woman sitting behind the girls. Did you use foul language with these girls? Yeah, and the woman's going, well, yes, the third time. But listen, it's serious. And the guy says, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave. At this point, the woman, God bless her, she's going ballistic in the theater. She's like, wait a minute, you're going to ask me to leave, but they're the ones that are texting. Well, yes, if you would have come to us first instead of using foul language. So then the husband that's next to the wife, and all of this, hello, while the movie is playing. And no one in the theater, I swear to God, nobody is watching the movie. Everybody is watching the show. And this thing is now going into its 15th minute, where we're watching this happen. And eventually what the guy does is he gets on his walkie-talkie and he calls some other high school students down. The other kids working in the theater. And there's a group of about 5 of them standing in the aisle. And then there's the 4 girls with the text, with their phones, the texters, and the couple behind them. And like in a big mob, after 5 more minutes of discussion, they all get up. You've seen this in a movie, like if a guy takes a hostage at a bank, and he leaves the bank, and he surrounds himself with all of the people he's taking hostage, they become his human shield. They get up in the aisle, and it's like 9 people together in this little ball of humanity work their way up the aisle. And as they start to leave the theater, everybody again does this thing. Yay, the jerks are gone. So they leave the theater. I look at my watch, and it is 8:05. The movie's been going on for like 25, 30 minutes, something like this. What an incredible show. I think that it's over, right? Because this is a confrontation without fisticuffs, without violence, but it's been one of the best shows I've ever seen. We settle back down in our seats. Everybody is going for their popcorn, their snow caps, whatever it is they got. The movie continues for maybe 3 minutes when the door opens from the back of the theater. And some guy, I don't know, another guy who was in the theater, at the back of the theater, he says, hey, they're fighting in the lobby. And you see, 20 people get up out of their chairs and go to the lobby. And I'm not proud to tell you that with my cat-like reflexes, I was maybe the 3rd person in line. I only had to push a couple of old ladies out of my way to get up there. And, Janet's like, don't get involved. I said, oh, come on. Breaking news. When news happens, when news breaks, I got to be there, baby, because this is the best show I've ever seen. So I went out to the lobby, and I watched the conversation, which was really something out of Jerry Springer. It was the man and the woman, and I got a good look at both of them. And incidentally, guy, it's very hard to argue your position, right or wrong, when you're wearing a fanny pack. And inside the fanny pack, you got like SPF. I mean, the guy had SPF, and he had a thing of napkins. He had a pack of napkins. He had a pack of Kleenex. He had some sort of spray for bugs. He had some sort of eye drops. The guy had the fanny pack, and he was just full of stuff. And he was looking for his telephone in this. And standing out of the candy display area, he was going through this thing and was just pulling stuff out of his fanny pack, looking for his phone. And the stuff he was pulling out was comical in itself. I'm standing there, and the woman is repeating to the teenage managers what happened. The girls are repeating what happened. By this point, there's 10 people in the lobby that are watching this. And then finally, somebody says the magic word. I think we're going to have to call the police. And, gone. Everybody gone. Kids that were texting, gone. People that complained, gone. I guess you mentioned cops. I walked back into the theater. That's when one of the guys said to me, well, this is the very same theater where some girl was taking nude pictures of herself and sent them to another girlfriend right here in the theater. Did you hear about that? I'm like, no, I gotta go to this theater more often. So I go back in and sit down, next to Jan, who by this point, she's past the argument. Okay, she's so past it. I'm still living in the moment because hell, I've been watching it. I love this, best show I've seen in a long time. People yelling at each other and managers coming down, no resolution, but it's like a mini Jerry Springer show. So I sit back down and she says, a guy, you ever heard that before? You know what that is. That's the slight shiver and the exhale. Like, hey, baby, what's wrong? And she said, I don't know. The movie is ruined for me. And I said, come on. And I'm whispering because the movie's going on now. We don't want to talk and make a scene. But I'm saying, come on, it's okay. She said, they argued for the whole movie and you left for the whole movie. Just awful. She said, I want my money back. And I said, well, that's a good play. That's like the perfect way to end this. Because I never really wanted to see the darn movie anyway. And be a good chance to go outside and see if any sort of show still going on. So I said, well, that's how you feel. Let's go. Let's do it. Get your popcorn and get out of here. We stand up, and the people behind us say, where are you going? And my wife says, the movie was ruined. We want our money back. And we get about 5 people following us. And then it's time for the play part 2 because we're now out at the box office area by the pictures of Charlie Chaplin and whoever the original Johnny Weissmuller. They have very modern photos in their lobby. And as I'm standing under Charlie Chaplin smiling at me, a bunch of people are coming out and saying, hey, we want our money back. We weren't able to see the movie, and we all got our money back. And I was able to say the magic line. We were all standing there, and I should say the people from the theater were nice. They gave everybody the money back. But at one point, we're waiting, and they were trying to give us, like, refund tickets, and my wife was really stuck on this thing. She wanted the $20 back, right? And I said, well, and I said it kiddingly, but they jumped with it. I said, I'd hate to call the police. Boom! There's $20 in our pocket like that. Beautiful night. And that's the story going to the movies. It's my transitional music. I'm using this music always for all kinds of things, even when I don't need to do that. What is wrong with me? What is wrong? Where's that one?
What's going on?
That's awful. That's not a good one. I like the Stewie ones much better. Yeah, you like that?
I'm on to you. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Stop mocking me!
Oh, hello there. WGMB, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, buddy.
About your movie incident. It's prevalent in the United States now that everybody has a cell phone. We should do like they do in Mexico in the churches. They have some type of box that stops the phone from working. But in our society, it would be illegal because of free speech. But if I owned a restaurant, a movie, or anything, I would have this box to stop these people from.
Thank you.
The most annoying thing is in a restaurant when somebody's talking.
Well, now listen, hold on. Thank you for the call, pal. I got to say, in a restaurant, it's your own time. You're not in there to be. Those people are just rude. The people in the theaters are really stupid that do that texting thing. I want to thank the WGMB Loyal for bringing it right back to a conservative stance. We're not talking about politics here. We're not talking about Mexicans. We're just talking about stupid people that text in the movies. Hello, WGMD. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Don.
Hey, buddy.
2 things, man. First of all, there was a time, I think we're pretty close in age, and I can remember as a kid, there was, you had that teenager and he wasn't the manager, but he actually stayed in the theater with his little lightsaber wand flashlight, and that kind of stuff doesn't get out of control to the point it did with you. But the question I have, do you still get the credit for going to the chick flick, or are you obligated to go to another one?
An outstanding question, and I appreciate it, my friend. No, that's why I started this entire diatribe by saying God was looking out for me. Because not only, I guess you'll just hang up and listen, not only did I get to see a good fight at the movies and did we get our money back, but yes, I get credit for being a good guy for taking my wife to see it. I see the phones are hopping, and I would like to know what you have to think about this. Really, I do. We got another hour of power coming up on WGMD.
This is Kathy Walsh. And I'm Doreen Taylor. We are medical.
Show coming up now on WGMD.
This is an ABC color presentation.
We've already seen innocent shoppers. A stick-up. It's the Joker. A clue? Yes, to Oriental royalty. Theft of the Gold Golf Club. After them. But no, theft of the Maharaja. Did the band vanish or shrink? Traced to their lair, but not surprised. Wrapped for mailing. Into the mailbox. Addressed to oblivion. Is there no way out? No way but up? Let's all hold our breath for 1 minute. The gasser is yet to come.
The gasser? That's funny, isn't it? Da-da-da-da. Pow! Zam! Woof! Woof-ah! Woof-ah!
From syndication to vindication, the Don Geronimo Show on WGMD.
Oh, hit me again, please. Hit me one time.
Putting the mo in moped, the Don Geronimo Show on WGMD.
Hey, good morning, WGMD. Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, what's happening? Don Geronimo on the R4, feeling like getting small. 10, everybody, in Delmarva on WGMD. Call me like this guy did at 945-9292. Also, 1-800-518-9292. Pound 927. Recall compliments of Verizon Wireless, Atlantic Cellular, your authorized agent for Verizon Wireless. You're first on this hour of the big show. What's happening?
Am I on the air?
Yes.
I don't hear you.
All right, we have a delay, my friend. We have a delay. So you must listen. You must listen to your telephone, not the radio, please.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm going to tell you about an event that happened in a movie theater more than 70 years ago.
Greetings.
Okay?
Greetings.
Anyway, the theater was in Harlem before it became Expand Harlem. It was all immigrant roots in those days.
Damn.
All right?
Thank you.
No, wait.
Who the hell do you think you are? Greetings.
I don't hear you clearly.
Stuart Gilligan Griffin. Oh, indeed I can.
Hello? Greetings.
Sounds like you're not speaking to me.
Greetings. I'm speaking to you. Can you hear me talk? I just said greetings.
Oh, a little.
Very little.
Anyway, did you get the part about it? The theater being in Expand Harlem before?
Oh, that is a vile and odious lie.
Hello?
Yeah?
Silence!
What can I do for you?
I was trying to tell you about
the mind control device is nearing completion.
You're on the air on WGMD.
This event happened.
You will bow to me. Greetings.
You make yourself laugh. That's half of it. Hello, WGMD. Good morning.
Don, we're so glad that you got to see some man-on-man action at the movies. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, but there was a man-on-man action last night.
Oh, boy.
What was that?
I love you, man.
I love you, too, sir, but there was no man-on-man deal last night at the theater. I was just those creepy kids texting at the fight and everything.
Crawling on his knees and knuckles since 1958. The Don Geronimo Show on WGMB.
I am your new master, and I order you to go. All right, everybody, good morning. Let's get this party going. Hello, WGMB. I'm going to try to stick to the phones for this entire segment. Good morning, you're on the air. Mark my words. Dan, I'll be one last chance for delivery. Dare you fill my head with such loathsome propaganda? The ruptured capillaries in your nose belie the clarity of your wisdom. Okay, stop it. I'm shoving the hell up! Okay. Let's do the talk radio reset, everybody. Hey, we're talking textures in the theaters. Hello, WGMB, good morning. Oh, I gotta push that button. My mistake, you're on the air. Hi. Hey, that's me. It's me on the radio. That's a great thing about the delay. You can actually hear yourself. Turn down your radio, please. Turn down your radio. You as well. Hello, WGMB. Good morning.
Hey, thanks for sharing that story. I will know to make sure I confiscate my daughter's cell phone next time she goes to a movie.
I will tell you something, really, without sounding like an old FART. That I put up with a lot of, and unfortunately, I wasn't the one getting in the fight for a change in the theater. But I put up with a lot of crap. I've been through the evolution, as everybody has, of people treating the theaters like they're their TV sets. I'm used now to people talking in the movies. I'm used to people going, "Don't go in that door! Don't go behind that door!" I mean, I'm used to that, but I'm not used to this stuff. I'm not used to the texting. It's annoying. And I can see how it would get under your skin if you were sitting right behind the people. And now at concerts, when kids go to concerts to smoke their weed, Bill Colley, they don't hold up lighters anymore. They hold up their cell phones. How about that? You want some technology on it. Thank you. Yes, and do that with your daughter. Make sure you get her a chastity Bono belt as well. Hello, WGMD, and good morning to you.
Hey, Don, I've listened to you for years, and I blame myself, but as you were telling that story, I took a sip of iced tea, and when you said you jumped up with cat-like reflexes, it almost went all over my computer.
Well, that is either a testament to my fabulous storytelling or the fact that you know that I'm really just a load, and that to simply get up out of the chair required a Herculean effort.
No, I was sitting here smiling and laughing the whole time. I actually ran from my car to my desk to hurry up and turn on the radio so I could hear your story, because I love hearing you tell stories.
Thank you. I wish I had enough for every day, because good things don't happen every day.
Well, you tell a story, it cracks me up. I can't. You and Dan and Gerald, you tell stories, it just makes my day.
Well, don't forget Bill. Bill's a good storyteller, too.
All right, have a great day.
Thank you. It's a talented bunch of cats here at WGMB. I mean that seriously. Hello, 92.7. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, buddy. You're on the air.
I am on the air?
Yeah.
It's Don?
Greetings. You're on the air. What's happening?
Nothing. Just calling to tell you that I'm really enjoying listening to Don again.
I'm on to you. Oh, yes. I'm on to you. Oh, yes. Well, thank you. Well, listen, it's me. Let's not act like there's a third party here, because I don't have a fancy phone screener or a producer. It's just me.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, it's like unplugged. It's me down to brass tacks. Not even Citizen Dan has a schlepper, a guy to run errands for him. Not even mighty Dan Gaffney, his big Uncle Sam suit. And Uncle Sam, Dan Gaffney today, wearing stilts. He's in his Uncle Sam suit, and he's walking around the station in stilts today. He keeps pointing at me saying, "Here's your paycheck." Oh, I received listen, I promise I will get right. Don't go anywhere. I got my first paycheck from WGMB right here. For 3 days' work. How many zeros do you think are on the end of this check? I'm now holding this check up to my head like Johnny used to do with Karnak. More than secrets pays? A hooker? And Mark Sanford. And I don't, Abood, Aloot, I don't have anything that rhymes with that. I'm just reminded I have my paycheck. And Dan, if you're around, the one thing I don't think we discussed before I arrived at WGMB was my incredible vacation schedule that I had on the other show. And I'm looking at the calendar and I'm noticing the 4th of July is coming up, and I realize it just started 7 days ago, but Well, I've got a 2-week vacation coming up in July. And then I get 2 weeks at Labor Day. And then I get 3 weeks at... Oh, you hung up. And then I get 3 weeks at Christmas. And then 2 weeks again. Oh, what? I don't get the old schedule from the old vacation. Okay, I got you. Right, no vacation for a while. Okay. Anywho, hi everybody, and thank you for listening. WGMB, it's 10:18. I got a bunch of things I would like to do besides take your phone calls about texting and the movies. I'd like to get Twitter working today, if we could. I got a lot of people that follow me on Twitter, and there's so many things about Twitter that I like. There's so many things that I don't like about the verbiage used to describe Twitter. Well, first, to begin with, Twitter itself. Twitter. That's not the most macho name you've ever heard. Hello, WGMD, good morning.
Hey, Don Geronimo.
Yes, right, you're on the air. Good morning.
Yes, I don't understand. Maybe I missed part of your story. Because you can send a text message without there being any volume, without any beeps or
I love talking to people who have dog-sized brains. I'd be glad to boil it down for you. You know when you go to text and you turn on your telephone, how do you see what you're texting unless the bright light comes on?
So the bright light is enough to bother somebody?
Yes, you bet your ass it is. Absolutely. Try 4 of them at the same time.
I don't know. I mean, that seems kind of... maybe so, but it just doesn't seem like it would be that much of an annoyance.
I'll tell you what, why don't you go...
Let the kids have fun. You know, let the kids have fun.
Let the kids... Are you a parent?
Yes, I am.
You have a teenage girl?
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, when you do...
I'll turn the sounds off for herself, you know?
Yeah, that's right. Good parent of the year right there. Well, when you do, send her to the movies at Midway. Maybe she can take nude photos of herself and text them to her friends during the film. Kids got their kids. Hello, WGMD. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi there.
I'm calling from Lewis, and I just wanted to relay a funny story that happened when I was at the movies 8 years ago with my sisters and my father
Absolutely.
at Thanksgiving.
Okay, what's up?
And it was in Maryland. My father was very ill with cancer, and he wanted to see Home Alone, of all things. And we went to this movie theater, and the movie theater was packed. There was like one row left, and it fit all of us there, and there was a couple spaces in front of us, and that was it. And we thought, we got plenty. We can review the movie. We can see everything. This is great. No one's going to notice a few spaces in front of us.
Uh-huh.
And sure enough, here comes these punk rocker teenagers. And they get in the film, and the one who sat in front of me, it was a girl. And no lie, she had a ponytail on the top of her head that looked like a water fountain.
Are you happy now?
Yeah. Well, we cannot get into kids' fashions here.
No.
I mean, people can do what they like in the movie.
I bent over like I was looking for my purse, and I said, "Where are my scissors?" I said that really loud, and she turned around, and she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And I thought, well, thank God, because I would have had to do something. I would have had to pull that hair out.
Oh, I'm doing no extra-genital surgery.
It was me. I would have cut her head clean off. I would have cut her head clean off. Then I would have had my soda out of her skull. That's how I deal with people in the movies who annoy me. Cut off their heads, and then I drink out of their skulls. I say, fill it up with 64 ounces of your finest diet soda. Hello, WGMD. Good morning.
Good morning. For all the bad language the kids use today, didn't you feel your jaw drop just a little bit when you heard Saber being thrown out for using one curse word?
I loved it. Although I got to tell you, I turned to my wife and I said, that is a tactical mistake. As soon as I heard the woman drop the F-bomb, I turned to Jan and said, that's a tactical mistake, because when you're going after someone in the theater, you must maintain the high ground. And that was proved later when the teenage manager came out, and all of the girls could say, well, she said the F word to us.
It sounds juvenile to me, but okay, I hear you.
Right, well, it's a whole new audience at WGMB. I love talking to people like this every day.
The devil are you talking about?
I'm doing my show.
What the
Hey, what do you think you're doing? We're talking. What would you rather hear?
Silence!
Oh, shut up, Dan. I don't need that type of attitude.
I'm so sad.
I'm so sad.
Stop mocking me!
You stop mocking me.
Damn the broccoli, damn you, and damn the Wright brothers.
Okay, what do the Wright brothers have to do with this? Anyway, Twitter. Let's get back on point here. Twitter. I'd like to do something with the people of Twitter on today's show. Maybe call a Twitterer live on the air to see what a lonely Twitterer's life is like. Although, as I was starting to mention there before another call came in, the problem I have with Twitter, I think it's a great service. I've told you about this. I enjoy the fact you can get news right away. For instance, I found out when I got up this morning, Rick Astley is not dead. That was a rumor going around that it was going to be another one. It was going to be Billy Mays and Fred Travalena and Rick Astley. Well, that song was out, that Rick Astley song. We had that guy on our morning zoo show, and he was about 5 feet tall and made Michael Jackson look like Kirstie Alley. But when he stood up to sing, man, that little dude had a voice. And he had a British accent, which for some reason out of certain people cracks me up. Like when I saw someone on TV in London being interviewed about Michael Jackson's concerts and the money back on the concert, I love the fact, I just started laughing. There's a black guy. And he says, well, mate, I tell you what, Governor, I want my money back there. Hello, love. I love like, that's a black guy talking like Simon Cowell. That's some funny stuff. Twitter. So it's a great way to get news. It's a great way to keep in contact with people. For a guy like me, it was a great way for me to stay in contact with my listeners while I was off the air, and a great way to stay in contact while I'm on the air. But the problem is with the name, Twitter. I think I mentioned just not the most masculine of names. Are you going to your Twitter account? You know, sometimes my wife throws that at me as well. When I'm running late, she goes, "Oh, come on, you can Twitter your imaginary friends later." You know, and it doesn't even sound as good as like MySpace or Facebook. You know, you can MySpace someone later. Hey, I'll Twitter you later. And then if someone decides to join your little happy group, they become a follower, which to me sounds oddly like Jim Jones. You know, a follower goes with Jim Jones and drinks the Kool-Aid and sleeps the dreams of eternal death. These are some of the problems with Twitter. The name, the various handles that they give people that are on Twitter. And they have all kinds of little dumb names for different applications. Everything is Twit something. There's a video app that I put up recently. It's called, I think it's Twit Bubble. Is that where it is? Where you make a little video on your home computer and you can put it on your Twitter site, and it comes up like a little bubble, hence the name Twit Bubble, pops up on the right side of your screen. Anyway, so many problems with Twitter. If I were on Twitter, we'd give it a better name. We'd call it something like, I don't know, Brie. Like Brie cheese. Velveeta. Velveeta. Not the name of one of Jermaine Jackson's children. Although I did see one of his kids on TV yesterday. Always good to see Your Majesty. That's what Jermaine Jackson named one of his girls. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Majesty. Yo, Your Majesty, get in here, baby. Come on now. Hello. My name's Your Majesty Jackson. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Your Majesty Jackson. Well, I'm on the Jacksons. I'd like to be on some of them. Did you ever see Janet on that BET show Sunday night? Oh, so sweet. That's what Michael Jackson, that's the look he was going for. That's what he was trying to find. There's one main reason I watch the BET show Sunday night. Her name is Beyonce. She was wearing a ridiculous dress. I don't know if you saw that thing on Sunday night. Probably the only white man in Sussex County that watches BET. I'm telling you, Beyonce came down in just the ugliest white dress, singing a song from Michael Jackson, but I didn't care. She was wearing a paper bag. I'd like Beyonce wearing a paper bag. That'd be okay. This is Jay-Z. Nice show. Janet Jackson, looking good too. Then they have to go skanky LaToya on TV. You know, well, my brother lived a wonderful life. I don't want to do any interviews, but please, I'm going to lean out of my Mercedes now so you can get my face on you. I'm LaToya. I'm the hoary one that nobody likes. Hi.
And then Joe Jackson. Did I talk about this guy? Wearing his fedora, standing in front of the Encino compound, out there talking to fans. Yeah, Michael's legacy will live forever. We'll have some news about the big funeral plans coming. It creeps me out. Twitter. So maybe you're on Twitter. I should probably take a break so we don't get all caught up here. I'll be right back. It's 10:28, and we'll talk Twitter and more on WGMD.
IFI cholesterol.
No problem.
Play dead. Stop. Please flush the toilet twice. Once for the bulk and again for the remainder.
What?
We were both very sick.
You have a question?
Are all the other men out of the shower yet?
Don Geronimo. Just like Howard, only without a monthly fee. The Don Geronimo Show on WGMD.
Awful. Awful. If you do the thing to me, I'll just leave it. Oh, God. They said bad, hurtful things to me. They were very nasty to me about it.
The Regis of Delmarva. The Don Geronimo Show on WGMD.
Stop mocking me!
Then
I shall sit here until one of us expires.
Hello there, WGMD. Good morning.
Hey, Don, I think I figured it out while they're trying to push for the second autopsy on Jacko.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to find a way to stuff animatronics in there so they can get money off his farewell performance.
Sky, silence, silence! Sky, silence, silence! Sky, silence, silence! A little service here!
All right, thank you. For the opinion. The opinions are like cowboy hat. Everybody looks good in them. It's 10:34. News Radio 92.7 WGMD. I'm Don Geronimo. You can call me at area code 302-945-9292 here in Delaware. Maryland, other places 518-9292, 1-800-518-9292. Now 97. That is a free call. Compliments of Verizon Wireless. Atlantic City, their authorized agent for Verizon Wireless. And hello there. WGMB, you're on the air.
A Stewie voice is not cute.
Pardon me?
Evidently, madam, you and I differ greatly in our conception of beauty. You vile, smelling girl. The ruptured capillaries in your nose belie the clarity of your wisdom. You've impeded my work since the day I escaped from your wretched womb. Evidently, madam, you and I differ greatly in our conception of beauty.
We're sorry. Your call did not go through. Will you please try your call again?
I'm on to you. Oh, yes.
You don't like that, honey. Just wait till really figure out what I'm doing here. Eventually, I'll have everything centralized. So we don't have to go over here to press this one, and over there to press that one, and over here to press that one. 10:35. WGMD. Okay. I guess we could talk about Michael Jackson. I'm so sick of talking about Michael Jackson already. I'm glad to see that the media has changed their focus. Because, the media gets bored. We get bored. What's next? It's in our ADD system. Well, we're bored now. Give us something else. John and Kate. No. Iran. No. Michael Jackson. Yes. Now no. Because all the stuff that we had about Michael Jackson starting on Thursday of last week has all been a celebration. That's what the BET show was on Sunday night, a celebration of Michael Jackson. That's what the Today Show, Good Morning America, CBS Morning Show, that's what they all did. Hello, GMD, good morning.
Good morning. I just wanted to compliment you on your show. It's about 10,000 times better than what you replaced.
Thank you.
And it's a pleasure to be able to hear some intelligence on the radio at this hour.
But of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How dare you?
Stop mocking me.
Stop mocking me!
Right, so anyway, Mike Jackson. Big Mike Jackson. BMJ. Yeah, they're doing this stuff. Last week it was the King of Pop. And everybody, you know this, he gave himself the name. It's like Howard calling himself the King of all media. Everybody knows that Howard made that up. Well, nobody knows that Mike Jackson made that up about himself. I'm the King of Pop. So last week it was celebratory, and it was Michael Jackson, the life, the greatest entertainer of our times, blah, 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 blah. Now the weekend has passed, and this morning I turned on the Today Show, and there's the media where you want them. Well, good morning, Meredith. I'm Matt.
Michael Jackson had about 8 million different drugs in his system. Here's the coroner coming out of his house, and they had big, hefty bags, just full of pills. And the doctor, I guess that was his last doctor, is off the hook. And I don't mean that in the kid's way. He's off the hook, man. He's not in trouble because he, I guess, just became Michael Jackson's newest doctor du jour in May or something like that. He didn't write him a bunch of prescriptions, but I think they're going to try to find all the doc nicks out there. That was Elvis's doctor, you know. All the doctors that wrote the meds from Mike Jackson. But that seems to be where the crux of it is going now. I'm okay with that too. And Joe Jackson announced yesterday. Yeah, he's starting a new record label yesterday. Doesn't this family mourn at all? It's about one day of mourning, and then it's turn Michael upside down. See how many nickels pop out of his pants. They can turn the guy into Elvis. I swear to God. That's my thought. They will take the Neverland Ranch and turn it into Graceland. It's the West Coast Graceland, baby. How you doing? This is Michael Jackson. And even though I'm gone, I want you to come and join me in my jungle room. Although, you know, in Neverland, it would be creepy. It wouldn't be good like Elvis. Like when you go down to Graceland and you see Elvis's jungle room and you see the bad orange shag carpeting, the Brady Bunch era shag carpeting. And you wonder what Elvis had done there. Elvis soil himself in that room? So Elvis ever fall over and break something because he was so screwed up? Yeah, you go into Michael Jackson's house, every room would be like, I wonder how many children were in this room. And forget it, you definitely need the CSI. You need that black light. If you're going into Michael Jackson's house, forget it. Someone's got to clean that place up before we turn that place into a Neverland. Or even better than Neverland. Give me a moment here. I'm bringing my own coffee from home today. Oh, it's the best thing to come out of Hawaii since Don Ho. Kona coffee. Don't get the cheap imitation. Get the real Kona coffee. Kids, that's like having 10 Red Bulls that all taste like chocolate. Delish. So, if they did Michael Jackson's house the right way, and I'm assuming that his family will do this because they appear just to be after every red cent the cat ever earned, they'll turn into a Conway Twitty type place. Did you ever hear, and I'm absolutely honest about this, did you ever hear about Twitty City? Back in the day, when my man Conway was ruling the airwaves, hello, darling, Conway here. Let me whisper in your ear. Conway Twitty, love the name, for a while actually lived at his home with his fans. If you paid whatever the fee was, $20, $30, you could go to Butt Scratch, Tennessee, wherever it was he lived, park in front of his house in your RV, get up at 6 in the morning, pay your $20, wait in line, walk through his house, and as you sat behind velvet ropes, you could watch Conway Twitty have his breakfast. One of the greats, I need some music for this, please. Let me get a little music here. Where's some sentimental music? I bet it's not on this one. Oh, that's way too happy. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Well, let me go to the Pee-wee file. Pee-wee?
Half of some hors d'oeuvres?
I'll have one. Yeah.
Those are the best wieners I've ever tasted.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so Conway Twitty. Twitty City. I can't tell you how beautiful this thing was. I only wish that I had lived to actually go to this part of the country. You could watch him have breakfast. You could watch him have lunch. Watch him eat his dinner. And you couldn't watch him go on the throne, but you could watch him do everything else. How fantastic is that? The guy was ahead of his time. It was a reality show with no cameras. Pay $20 and watch Conway Twitty have eggs and bacon. Brilliant. And been the goal of mine for a long time to get down there. To get to Twitty City. Sadly, that's a goal that I was never able to achieve on the old Don and Mike show. I don't even know now if Twitty City exists now. Shall I Google it? Shall I, just for fun? That's www. Let me just delete and Twitty, W-I. Boy, he would have really been a tie-in on Twitter, wouldn't he? Lake Conway Twitty. He would have loved it. Was it some more Pee-wee coming through? Twitty City. There we go. Twitty City, now called Trinity Music City, USA, was an entertainment complex in Hendersonville, Tennessee, the home of Conway Twitty, till his death in '93, famous for lavish Christmas decorations, includes the Conway Twitty Mansion and Memorial Gardens. Since Twitty's death, it's been converted into a Christian music venue owned by the TBN Trinity Broadcasting Network. For God's sakes, no pun intended. Hello, WGMD. Good morning.
Yes, sir. I got you on loudspeaker. Can you hear me pretty good?
Can you speak up, please?
Okay, hang on. Hello, can you hear me now?
A little louder, please.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Can you just scream? I am having trouble hearing you.
Okay. Okay, I got you now.
Okay, well,
hello,
greetings.
Sir.
Greetings, hello.
Okay, yeah, I got a question for you. I know you may not want to talk about it.
Can you speak up? Can you just speak up a little bit? Can you speak up a little, please?
Okay, the question I got.
I need you to speak up, please.
Yeah.
Can you please speak up?
Yes, sir. I'll be glad to speak.
Don't yell at me. Slow down. Don't speak so loudly. I can hear you fine.
Okay, then. Up here on this teacher or this state pay cut. They're voting on it, Donnie. I just want to know which way you think they're going to vote. Are they going to cut the state workers' salary?
I believe my exhale said it all. I could care not one smidgen. Hello, WGMD. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
I just enjoy telling a guy to talk louder. Yeah, hi, you're on the air. Good morning to you.
This Twin City was brought out in the early 90s by Trinity Broadcasting.
I believe I just Googled that. You're right. I didn't know that either. I did not know that. I had always wanted to go down there and do a show.
Yeah, well, it's in Hendersonville, but Trinity Broadcasting Network bought that whole complex and has completely changed it.
Second time, I got you. I heard it the first time, and I do appreciate it. That was a low light for me not going to Twitty City, although we did get to go during our radio show to Graceland. And Mike O'Mara and I, the guy I used to work with, we're very proud of this. We are kicked out of Graceland. What was it? Was it the 20th anniversary of Elvis's death? We went down there and broadcast, and we snuck microphones in and broadcast live from Elvis's grave. Ooh, scared kids. Anyway, it was great fun. We had the Memphis. They weren't cops. They were like rent-a-cops, like Graceland and rent-a-cops, chasing us around, trying to get us out of Graceland. And the next year, we couldn't get a credential to broadcast there. And at the little stand, and there's like a stand, like a one-person ticket-taking booth as you drive in and out of Graceland when you get past the gates with the musical notes on them. If you do happen to go to Graceland, go to Memphis anytime this year, stick your head behind the little kiosk and look up on the side, and you will see that there is a note that is still there to this day. I will find a picture of it and put it up on my Twitter site. Don Geronimo, spelled with a J, and Mike O'Mara, M-A-R-A, banned from Graceland. That's a claim to fame. I love that. I love we're banned from there. But even more, I wish I could have just had breakfast and have my breakfast while I'm watching Conway have his. What a great man, Conway. Twitty City. That's almost as good. There's a bunch of places we were kicked out doing that old show. We got kicked out of Oral Roberts University. This is so long ago. Like, 18, 19 years ago? You remember one day Oral Roberts, or was it Jimmy Swagger? Those guys run together for me, but one of them was running out of money and got on TV and said, has God put a hurting on your heart if I do not raise the amount of money that I need by this Saturday? God will take my life. I mean, this tool actually said this. He said this live. So we had a countdown on our show waiting for God to take him. He didn't, his ministry, whatever his phony ministry was, didn't generate the response that he had wanted. So we went to Tulsa, Oklahoma, whichever one of these guys was in Tulsa. Maybe somebody out there listening will know. I have no idea. It was Oral Roberts. I'm not your funny name anyway. That's your funny name. We went there, and we did not have permission to broadcast, but we had a little tiny Marty unit, which is like a portable satellite unit. And we had an engineer. We were driving all around the campus of the school/hospital. And the hospital that this guy was involved with was under some sort of investigation as well, shocked that they were spending money that they shouldn't have spent. It was supposed to be a hospital open 24 hours a day to anybody that needed it. They didn't really care about money. And when we rolled up that morning, there was a rent-a-cop with a gun telling us to leave. They were chasing us around in little golf carts. And anyway, it was a fantastic show because everybody that we went to, we would say, is this the day that Jimmy Swaggart is going to expire? God's going to call him back. We wanted to be there to see God take him back because he couldn't get his $1 million. Anyway, we got kicked out of that place too, and that's another one of the places that put up the big signs. Don and Mike not allowed. And there's a third one too. Let me think about it for half a second. It's Don Geronimo. Hey, that's the wrong button, but that's my name. Oh, I know what it is. It's Disneyland. Of course. For the longest time, Disneyland, we would have, back before there was a recession, they would get disc jockeys to come down to Disneyland, Disney World in Orlando, in this case, and you do your show down there, and in essence, you did like a 4-hour commercial every day for Disney. And we were down there doing our morning zoo show. I think it was for the opening of either the MGM studios or the Living Seas. Well, they had us down a couple of times until they banned us as well. And you're going to love this one. So we're in Disneyland. We're doing a morning show in Disney World, excuse me. And because I was wanting to talk to people in the park, take a live microphone out and ask somebody, what are you doing in the park at 7 o'clock in the morning? Because that was another part of it that made no sense. You got disc jockeys from around America doing their morning shows from Disney World, yet the park didn't open until the disc jockeys were all off the air at 9 o'clock in the morning. So you're sitting in an empty park. And they would get mad when I would say, oh, listen, I would like to interview the guy over there with the hose that's scrubbing down, Cinderella's castle. And they were all about cleaning in the early morning hours. But no, you can't talk to employees. And then when people started making their way into the park, you got the people who had like the early admission stuff and special cases. Well, then they said, don't talk to these people. Don't talk to anybody in the park. All we want you to do is sit here and talk to your Disney representative about whatever crap it is that Disney's trolling out. And don't forget, your room is free, so do exactly what we tell you to do. Well, we weren't real shock jocks, but what we were doing was telling people as they entered the park if they had a wedgie or not. Well, you know what a wedgie is, right? So, you get your underpants caught in the crack of your behind. And on a hot day in Florida, we thought we were doing people a public service. And we weren't doing it for comedic purposes. We were doing it as a public service. We would sit we sat at lawn chairs. Nice. 2 fat disc jockeys wearing Hawaiian shirts. Let me look at myself today. Not much has changed, huh? I mean, I have on sensible slacks, and it's not a Hawaiian shirt per se, but it is a Tommy Bahama shirt I'm wearing today. A red Tommy Bahama shirt. When I came in today, I said to Dan, I look like a waiter at Red Lobster. Welcome to Red Lobster. How many in your party, please? But even back then, we were wearing, bad Hawaiian shirts, fat disc jockeys, smoking. They hated the smoking at Disney during commercial breaks. No smoking in the park. Everyone dying to smoke. In our Hawaiian shirts. And as people would walk by, if we saw someone that had a wedgie, we would call them over and say, excuse me, we can't come to you. And what the people at Disney did, which is so fantastic, now looking back, it's so funny. We were in an area with other disc jockeys. And because we dared to take the microphone and move to other places in the park, talk to people coming off the teapot ride, or talk to other disc jockeys, or talk to people with wedgies. They had the Disney Gestapo come out. This is beautiful. Guys with sunglasses and earpieces, right? Like the Secret Service guys. And they got the parameter set. They came by and they had the yellow police tape. And I swear to gosh, they actually penned in Mike and I And there were 4 guys standing, containing us with police tape. So now we're trapped inside, a human playpen to make sure that we do not talk to customers at Disney World. Meanwhile, they're sending over people like, hey, listen, here's, Miss What's-Her-Name, and she works at the Terror of the Tower of the Terror of the, whatever the ride is, the something of the haunted something. We're sitting there talking to her, but the whole time we're talking to her, we're saying, yeah, so tell us about the Hotel of Terror. Look at the wedgie on this guy. And I mean to tell you, when that show was done, we went till 10 o'clock, not till 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock in the morning, 9:59. We're like, okay, see you tomorrow. Boom. They come over and they shut us down. I mean, they yanked the cord. They shut off the machines. And they also have a sign, at least they do in Epcot, that says, to this day, Don Geronimo, Michael Mara, not allowed. And I know this is true. Because 4 years ago, I was down in Orlando, and just out of spite, I will not stay at Disney. I go to Disney World, but just because they screwed us around, I won't stay there. I stayed at the Spider-Man place, Universal. Oh, that is a sweet place, Universal, sweet. So un-Disney-like. I was out there. Of course, I had to go to Disney. I won't stay there on their property, but I went there and worked my way over by Epcot. And sure enough, right there at the little glass enclosed booth before the Car of Tomorrow, whatever the exhibit is, there is still a paper there from 1992. I kid you not. It says we are banned. Someone, if anybody's traveling, you go down and you get those pictures, put them on your Twitter account, and I will give you a prize. I'd like to start giving away prizes as well on this show. If we start playing some games and you folks participate, I don't know exactly what I'm going to give away. We had a staff meeting here a while ago, and I said that I wanted some prizes, and Christine, the sales lady, said, sure, we will work on that, and I guess they got other things to do, so I don't have the prizes yet. My wife has she or has she not ordered the bibs? I think she has. She found online a place you can buy lobster bibs, for the feeding room with Dennis Kettering. And I mentioned this on the air, right? They're 99 cents each. And I think what she had put on was, welcome to the feeding room, the Don Geronimo Show. And those would be the things that I give away when we get around to giving away stuff on the show. It's 10. Oh, my goodness, 10:54. We got another big hour coming up. Be right back, everybody, on WGMD.
Hello, this is Mark.
Oh, yeah, right on. And make it 1108, 92.7.
Don Geronimo.
WGMD. Oh, now we're on. Here we go.
Because the name Jimmy Hoffa was already taken, it's the Don Geronimo Show on WGMD.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Yes, that is a sock in my pants, ladies.
It's not unusual to have fun with
Hey, Tom Jones, whole shtick.
But when I see
Put a coop sock in his pants. I'll go up on stage. Good morning, friends. It's Donald T. Really famous, highly outrageous, and very contagious Donald P. Geronimo back. Glad to be on the air at 11:09, everybody. News Talk Radio 92.7 WGMD. You can call me. I'd love to take a call this hour. I feel that I've not done my duty. I've not taken enough calls this hour or during the entire show today. Hello, WGMD. See, I got to take calls. People are there. They're hanging up on me. Hello, WGMD.
No matter what you say.
One day maybe I won't take calls. 945-9292. That's the hotline to the hits. Hello, WGMD. Good morning.
Hey, Don. How you doing?
Doing great, my friend. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. I love to hear you again.
Oh, I thank you for that. I do think
all last week I was driving around, and I'm a truck driver. I was driving around, and everybody's like looking at me. I kept on wondering why that was. But when I figured it out, I was smiling and laughing my ass off.
Hey, what a great call. I do appreciate it, friend. That number is 945-9292. And area code 302 here in Delaware. From Maryland and other places, call me at 800-518-9292. Hello, WGMD. Good morning. Hello. Whoa. Part of this is we have a delay now. I love when people are making calls while they're on the line. Hello, WGMD. Good morning.
Hey, Don, how you doing?
Hey, my friend, I'm doing great, buddy. Good morning to you. Thanks for calling the new show on 92.7. What's happening?
Okay, my question is Jack Markell, big day today when they go tonight for the final vote on that state salaries. What's your opinion how it's going to end up? Do you think they're going to cut state workers to 2.5?
You must be time traveling. You must think it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You might as well have been speaking Japanese to me, pal. What you say? Hello, WGMD. Good morning.
Hi there.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the show. Whoa, whoa.
I'm just kind of embarrassed now that I like WGMB just because of you, Don.
Just because of me? Thank you. You know what? You should like this little radio station. It's a great radio station. I kid you not.
Your previous predecessor was not. No.
Oh, come on. We're not talking badly about my man Jared.
He wasn't very.
Oh, you know what? Goodbye, lady. I'm going to have to send the Don Geronimo sterilization team out to your home. They'll be arriving in the GMD van to make sure that you cannot procreate. Such backwards thoughts. Hello, WGMD. Good morning.
Don, one more time, I forgot to ask you something. Did you take Poppins out last night to celebrate your home project being done?
Did I take who out last night?
Your Poppins woman out to celebrate your home project being done.
No, because the home project isn't done. Nothing's done. Nothing's done at home. Nothing ever gets done at home. The contractors are late again. I don't know what's going on. And did I even tell you about the mold? We had over the winter, we had a pipe burst. And we turned off the water to our sprinklers in our house. And this was over the weekend that my wife and I said, you know what? Gosh darn it. If we got in a fire here, we're playing cards with Billy Mays because our sprinkler doesn't work. We better get the guy in here because we totally forgot. We zoned about it. The pipe burst like in February when it was 10 degrees outside. So we had a guy come out yesterday, the day before. Another guy came out, cut a big hole in our wall. Thank God we didn't have black mold back there, but it sure did smell like it. Smelled funky. Hello, WGMD. Good morning. Oh, that's just R-U-D-E rude. And that's why we have a delay, friends, at WGMD. Anyway, I'm glad to be back. Glad to be doing the show. Glad to be flapping my gums. Let's talk about Twitter for just a half a second here. I've talked about Twitter a lot on this show. Everybody on the station is on Twitter. Even Bill is on Twitter now. Ain't that a hoot? I would love to call somebody live on the air who actually is following me now on Twitter. So if you would like a live phone call, if you're listening to the show now, send me, as they say in Twitterland, a DM. Not a BM. Send me a DM. That is a direct message. That means it only goes to yours truly. Right? It's a DM, not a BM. Send me one with your phone number. I promise I'll keep your phone number. I won't give it to anybody else. Well, I'll call you and we'll talk on the air about the joys of twitting. I think it'd be fun to hear the voice of some of these people whose responses I read daily on Twitter. Hello, WGMD. Good morning.
Don, what about my friend? Hey, you know what tomorrow is Craig Wilson Wednesday. Any chance we can get that tomorrow?
Oh, you know what? I'm glad. What? Listen to this, my friend. Listen to this. What? Here you go. Did you hear that?
No, I can't.
Okay, try this. Here you go. Listen carefully. He just wrote it down. Craig Wilson. Except I wrote a bad derogatory slur to remind me that Craig Wilson is in the newspaper tomorrow. Yes, I hope we have that for you tomorrow. If it's decent, I'll get to it. Oh, and I'm back to the rabbit thing as well. Start every month on the right foot. Unless you want a month of bad luck, friends, tomorrow you will start the day. And here's the rule. It must be the first thing that you audibly say when you get up. You can't wake up and go, oh, you gotta wake up and look at yourself in the mirror and go, rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. It is a superstition, Jack. First of the month. Your life go to hell in a handbasket if you don't say rabbit, rabbit, rabbit 3 times when you wake up tomorrow morning. 1st of July. That's tomorrow already. Craig Wilson, maybe I'll get to that on tomorrow's show if he's any good from USA Today. I just realized that Friday is a holiday for everybody, correct, Mundo? And then Saturday is the 4th. Isn't there a parade in Rehoboth on Friday? Did I read that somewhere? You know, I wish I had so many things. I wish I had a brain. I wish I had a muscle. I wish I had about 50 pounds lighter. I know, cut off your head. Please, stop with the jokes. But I wish I had someone that I could send out. I can't send Joe. Joe is a real news guy. I'm talking about the man on the street thing. If I was to write a bunch of fake questions, public opinion questions, who could I possibly send out to ask the questions? And then play the tape back next week on the show. Because whenever there is a big public get-together, I like the 4th of July parade would be a get-together. And I think there's one on Friday. Am I wrong about that? Is it Friday in Rehoboth? I'd love to write some questions for that. Have somebody go out with a microphone, tape recorder. Hello, WGMD. Good morning.
Yeah, hi, Don. Tony out in the porch.
Hey, Tony. What's happening, my friend?
I hate to disappoint you, but I don't follow anybody. The last one I followed was a redhead about 55 years ago, and I wound up getting married.
Wah, wah, wah. Tony, I think you would love Twittering. You're a sensitive brute. And I thought I had a relationship with you, Tony. Your mom ever teach you? It's bye-bye, B-U-H-B-Y-E. Bye-bye. Not goodbye, not see you later. That is my preferred exit. Bye-bye. Yeah, you like Twitter. Get on Twitter. So, is the party Friday? Is the parade Friday? I know fireworks are Saturday. I think we're going to go to Northside Park in Ocean City. Because going down by the inlet is such a drag in OC on the 4th of July. Worst day in the world to be in Ocean City. Worse than even the air show was this past month. It still is June. A couple of weeks ago, that was awful. We've got some friends that just bought one of those. You ever see those super fancy houses? As a matter of fact, isn't that where Cal Ripken is supposed to have a house there, boy? You know, you should say, where's Cal's house? You're going over the Route 50 bridge. You're going into Ocean City. On the right-hand side, where Boog's Barbecue's finally open there, boy. There are those incredibly overpriced houses that are right on the water, looking over the inlet, looking over the bay, looking over the ocean. Those incredibly overpriced houses. Nice. I'm talking about my friends here. My friends who apparently have money to burn bought one of those houses. One of those big, gigantic McMansion things that you see by the inlet and down by the fishing district. And they want us to come up there on Saturday night to watch the fireworks from their deck, which would be spectacular, except for the hassle of getting back home and getting there. You know, I'm back to the whole slower shore mentality, where used to be when I lived in D.C., an hour ride somewhere was just the cost of doing business. Now an hour ride is absolutely intolerable. Unless I scoot it. Unless I take my scooter. Hello, WGMD. Good morning.
Don?
Right.
G. Gordon Liddy. How are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't take G. Gordon Liddy calls. It's G. Gordon Liddy. I used to work with him, too. He had a problem with emptying his bladder. One time, this is like turning into confessional today. I've mentioned this before, it's not a state secret. One time when I worked at the other station in D.C., G. Gordon Liddy did the midday show. He was our disc jockey. Our midday disc jockey. I'm G. Gordon Liddy. I dye my mustache. I think about this guy. There's this whole rap on the air with, you know, I'm the tough guy. I'll bite you down. I'll beat you. I'll bite you. I'll kick you. I don't care. I'll fight. Whatever method is needed. I'm G. Gordon Liddy. Virile and potent. Nah. But in real life, he was like the Monopoly man. I mean, really, frail, and old. You know, Michael Jackson, as he is today, could have beaten up G. Gordon Liddy. And one day, towards the end of his run on WJFK radio, G. Gordon Liddy had Chris Matthews from Hardball in the studio. And G. Gordon had to relieve himself. And without being terribly graphic, they had a Tupperware container underneath the console. And in the middle of the interview, that's where he let it go. It was nice. Nice for Hardball. It's G. Gordon Liddy. Yeah, baby. And if you guys think this show is off, you got to imagine this. This old fossil would get on the radio and would just read out of the newspaper. from the pages of the Washington Times. They would read editorial. No comment, no funny voices, no nothing. It would just be, I'm Igor Liddy, from the pages of USA Today. Even as a judge granted temporary guardianship of Michael Jackson's 3 children Monday to the grandmother, permanent custody remained in question. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, sweet relief. And my Tupperware. I don't know why I'm telling you all these stories today. Maybe it's because I'm so gosh darn relaxed. Hello, WGMD. Good morning.
Don?
Yeah.
The current time is 1119. I'll have Cameron send you an autograph picture.
That was this big giveaway. Thank you for that as well. I've got an autographed picture for you. If you like it, stay on hold. And they bought him this thing. They bought him this machine that automatically will sign an autograph. This was the most peculiar contraption I had ever seen. It was in an office that was locked because it was a secret. And it looked like, how do I describe this? You know, like if you're doing pottery, you know how you put your foot on the wheel and you push like a gas accelerator to make the thing go around? Anyway, it had one of these, it was a contraption like this, and it had a pen that was attached to a wire that was attached to a big gigantic wooden arm, and this thing was programmed almost like a seismograph, whatever the thing is when you get an earthquake, when it gives you the dashes and you see that the needle going. This thing was programmed to write his idiotic signature. And rather than just like put it in a computer and just print these things out, they would take Gigo and Liddy's publicity pictures one at a time, set them down on this thing, on this desk with this Rube Goldberg contraption on it. How about the Rube Goldberg mention? Ladies and gentlemen, there is no demo that I will not cover on this show. Person would sit there and put their foot down on the accelerator pad, and this baby would go to work and almost looked like, do you remember that novelty item that was a big bird, almost looked like Big Bird, and the front end of this bird would bob into a cocktail? You ever seen this thing when you were a kid? It'd go boing, down, up, down. My dad used to have it, used to love it. My dad, the Alfie. Anyway, it was a big secret at WJFK, never to go in this room, because that's where his secretary would sit. And like she was working on a Kathy Lee, t-shirt making line, she would like slave labor, so they'd put a picture under this contraption, put her foot to get the mechanism working, then it would crank out his feeble signature. She'd put it in a stack and do it again. And that machine, I kid you not, was the biggest state secret in the history of WJFK. I mean, it was okay to talk about this guy, emptying his bladder. I mean, it wasn't okay, but they tolerated us talking about Gigo and Liddy emptying his bladder while Chris Matthews was there. But to talk about the fact that he had an autograph signing machine, something that could never be discussed, to never be talked about, until you get a job in Delmarva. Where has the time gone? Good guy time is 11:24. This is Don Geronimo, and I will be right back, everybody, on 92.7 WGMD. IFI cholesterol. Up and down. Sing my name.
Don Geronimo.
Know what that's doing? Greetings. 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 Greetings.
Get me something linen to throw off before I call child services.
As close as the next miniature golf course. The Don Geronimo Show on WGMD.
Oh, that is a vile and odious lie. The mind control device is nearing completion. A little service here.
He's only allowed on the feeds from October to April. The Don Geronimo Show on WGMD.
You have the power to end this. I should take the information from you by force. The ruptured capillaries in your nose belie the clarity of your wisdom.
That guy on a little scooter. The Don Geronimo Show on WGMD.
Excellent.
Excellent. Of course.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Well, good morning. Don Geronimo back on the air. 11:31. at WGMD. Well, the best part of my day is still to come. Ag Report. Coming at you. Found out during the break, in fact, there is a parade on Friday. But I don't know. I got to find someone to go out and ask my wacky questions. Like, for instance, what would be a question I would ask of someone that was at a 3rd or 4th of July parade? It would be, hi, I'm Joe Blow from WGMD. What is your feeling about the passing of Tito Jackson?
I am your new master, and I order you to go. I offer you one last chance for delivery. I shall take the information from you by force.
But Michael, not Tito or Jermaine, Michael. What's your dumb questions like that? I got to find a man on the street, guys. I'm probably going to do a grassroots thing to find that person on WGMD. Someone to go out in the community and be my emissary. Emissary. That word sounds like Emmings. I heard a commercial yesterday on WGMD for Emmings. Oh, man. Do I love me Emmings. You buy commercials on my show, for goodness sakes. With all the money I've thrown Emmings' way over the years. Do you know that even on Thanksgiving, my brother-in-law, Doug, how you doing, Doug? He makes my Thanksgiving. About 10 years ago, he said, I have got something for you. Have you ever had a turkey from Emmings? We've been to Emmings, we'd had, chicken and ribs. I've never had a turkey from Emmings. Oh, my God. Is that great? And now I got to have that. Every Thanksgiving, I got to have it. So good. Commercials on this station. When does the free food show up? That's what I would love to know. Anyway, how you doing, Emmings? What? Oh, emissary was the word that made me think of Emmings, because they both started with E. Because I'm hungry. 11:33 at 92.7 WGMD. My phone number is 945-9292. That's an area code 302. I've also gotten some emails. We'll read some emails when we have a chance at this hour from people that are wondering, when can I call your show? Well, you call the show at any time you want. Maybe if I've not already shown you this by way of example, I will stop whatever I'm talking about if I notice all 4 phone lines are ringing at once. I may have just 1 or 2 are ringing. I'll let those people like this right now, let them just straggle along. But when 4 people decide to call, I will stop the show and take one of those calls. And besides, even if I get going on something and I'm running out of gas, I love just popping on a phone call at any moment. So no, you do not have to have a reason to call the show. And sometimes people will call and simply say, yeah, I'm just going to hang on and wait and comment on whatever you say. That's fine too. You run the risk of staying on the phone line or being totally destroyed on the phone. But I guess what I'm saying is the doors are always open. And I got a very nice Twitter from someone who's new on Twitter. Guy's name is Joe Maroney, rhymes with Maloney. He wrote, I wanted to call and talk to you about texting during the movies, but you said no more calls. Well, I didn't say no more calls, and I want people to call about everything. It's just, I don't have a set time. I'll take calls tonight. See, right now, all 4 are ringing. Hello, WGMD.
Hey, Donnie.
Hi, good morning to you.
Hey, I am a long time listener from the Washington, D.C. area who's now living in Rehoboth.
Lucky you. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it.
And I just found out you were here, and I was so excited, so I just turned you on. Just wanted to say hi.
Well, here we are. Hi, honey. How are you? What's your first name?
Sherry.
Sherry. Ah, sweet Sherry. Thank you for the call, darling.
Sure. Talk to you later.
See, right now, there are 3 other people who have had their dreams turned to dust because their call did not get answered because in my ADD mind, if I'm talking about something else, I'll only answer the phones when they're all ringing. So to answer the question from the emailer and the Twitterer, the man whose name sounds like baloney, yes, indeed. I answer the calls always. You don't have a set time to call the show. I'll have some shows where I don't take any calls. Some shows where all I do is take calls. As a matter of fact, I'd like to schedule like 1 day a week for that. Just to take the pressure off. Take the pressure off from producing this high-quality entertainment 5 days a week. I just picked 1 day, and we'll do what the fat man does. Not. Open line Friday. Not. Even Rush does it on Friday. But I'm such a control freak. Good, bad, and different. I don't know. I don't know if I could do an entire show. Excuse me. Almost BURPED. We did that on the old show. As well, sometimes I would do like all caller shows. Those were either the greatest shows of all time or the worst shows of all time. Something else I'd love to do is that I gotta wait for people to figure out what I'm doing. Because people have not already figured out. They've not figured out like the talking to Stewie Griffin thing. I can also conference calls together, so that if a person on line number 1 is calling, I can put them through so they're talking to a person on line number 2, and I don't even have to be involved in the conversation. Ha-ha! I'm not going to answer the phones now. Only 3 people are calling. That shows you how big time I am. I got to wait for 4 calls to come through before I will take one. That's the type of guy I am. I'm a happy guy, aren't I?
Are you happy now?
I'm very happy. Oh, 4 calls. When someone gets through. Hello, WGMD.
Hey, Don.
Like winning the lotto. What's happening? How are you?
It's a very, very long time listener from your way back also. Hey, just add a little bit of something. We used to travel go-kart racing around the country.
Yeah.
And whatever restaurant we went into, because normally most restaurants give you a free dessert for whoever birthday it is.
Yes, sir.
Wherever we stopped and ate dinner, it was always somebody's birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice scam. That's a good scam.
And, we did it all the time, and we always got dessert.
That's nice, but aren't you worried? Thank you for aren't you worried for the one time they're going to ask for ID, though? Or see, can we see someone's driver's license? Well, I guess you could do it with a little kid. If you want your kid to grow up to be alive, say, okay, we'll go to the birthdays, you get free ice cream. Hello, WGMD, good morning.
Morning, Don.
Hey, buddy.
I just wanted to, I missed the first hour. I was just wondering if you did or did not enjoy the romantic comedy.
Oh, God. You know what? If you missed, it sounds like a stupid radio promo. If you missed the first hour of the Don Geronimo Show, you missed a lot.
I must have.
Today on the Don Geronimo Show, Don talked about going to the movies with his wife, and an actual melee broke out in the theater when young girls were texting. And Don didn't have to stay for the movie and got his money back. There you go.
That's a great summary, thank you.
Please try to make it tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Hello, WGMD.
Good morning. Just called to say welcome to Sussex County.
Right on. Yeah, I put the suck in Sussex County. And thank you, darling. Remember, I only answer if all 4 are ringing. Hello, WGMD.
Yes, hello.
Yes, hello.
I've got a question for you.
Yes, I'm right here. I'm ready to take your call in my very authoritative tone. Good morning, WGMD. It's 11:39. Hello.
Hello.
Chime
yes,
time.
I've got a question for you.
Yes.
All the money that the government took out, or the Congress took out, Senate and all them took out of our Social Security.
Out.
They took our Social Security money out.
Out.
And is there been anybody that got the figure that they've taken out?
No. Well, what they did, they've taken out your money, and you don't like this answer.
They spent our money.
President Obama is rolling it up in smoke. How do you like that? Is that conservative enough for you? Well, you can't. I don't like talking about issues unless they relate to me personally. Hello, WGMD. Good morning. Right. Okay, there you go. I chose not to delete that out. Conscious decision not to delete that out. Let's see what's happening on Twitter now. Because now that you know the 4-call rule, you're going to know. If you call and you get a busy signal, you know I'm going to be taking calls. Because there's 4 people calling. Like right now, what's up? 4th line just went on. Hello, WGMD. Good morning. Hola. I'll see you at 12:30. Is this not the foreigner that I meet every day at Pier 1? And how many of you knew that? That's where I go to pick up my day laborers. At Pier 1. We all go to Starbucks, and I get 25 Mexicans in the trunk of my car. Come on, guys. Time to do some cleaning. All right, let's go to Twitter. Let's see who's written on Twitter today, shall we, friends?
Morning, mate.
Good morning.
Morning, Pee-wee. Quite a place you got here. Come on, Pee-wee.
Come on.
I want you to meet Gina, our star attraction.
Let's see who's writing on Twitter. Twitter.com, Don Geronimo Show. What didn't I get to today? I didn't rate the states today. I didn't call my brother on the show today. We didn't play a game. One did an iPod shuffle. Tomorrow's looking like a dynamite show. I get to half this crap. Give me a phone call, of course. Fourth line again. Hello, WGMD.
Don Geronimo.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the Easter Show, and any chance for the resurrection of the Las Vegas-style shows?
Yeah. Count on it. Are you ridiculous? You almost got arrested for doing those shows. Back when you could do those type of shows. Okay, to Twitter. And here's what people are writing this morning. Let me see. Matt writes, I never thought I would hear Stewie Griffin attempt to hold a conversation with a caller on WGMD. That was great. I thank you for that. M. Called writes, when are we going to hear from the Pope? That's one of my killer impressions. I'll save that for you at another time. Kevin writes, Dawn in the morning is a breath of fresh air. Thank you. But that whole Dawn in the morning thing has got to be for guys like Dan. Because unless you're in the morning, and Dan is in the morning, you can't say you're in the morning. So I'm Dawn in the noon. Chris writes, Dogfish Beer. Attention, Dogfish Beer. You should advertise on the Don Geronimo Show. Oh, let's roll some more of these, please.
And, care for some hors d'oeuvres?
I'll have one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the best wieners I've ever tasted.
Presley's Chair writes, hey, Don, did you ever go to Dollywood? That's a good time. No, I never went there. Jeremy Taylor writes on Twitter, Don, I love your show. Call my brother. I have to give him updates because he can't listen at work. There's a phone number there. Here's one from Nat. Hi, Don. I took a picture of my kid with giant goofball 3D glasses at Up. And my own family scolded me for being rude before previews. Jim Sunshine writes, Don, I love the state commercial. They stand shoulder to shoulder with me. I kicked them in their female BALLS. I don't get that one. Bob Bilder writes, Don, they thought the movie was with biker Jesse James in it, not his wife. And they were pissed. Like Jesse wasn't you. Oh, now there's an old-time listener of the show. One time we were doing a broadcast from Las Vegas. Right. And Jesse Jacks, Sandra Bullock's wife, husband. Hi, Pee-wee. He was walking through the Hotel Monster Garage, right? And somebody in my group said, oh, look, here's Jesse James. And I went running up to him, and I said, oh, my God, I am a huge fan. And he's like, thank you very much. And I said, my God, when you fight with your dad on that show, I love it. And the guy looked at me, and his face said it all. He doesn't argue with his dad on the show because he's not Tuttle. I thought it was Paul Jr. Huge boner. A huge boner I pulled. All right, let's go back to Twitter and see if anybody's got a phone number for me to call. Hello, Twitter.
Morning, Pee-wee. Quite a place you got
Morning.
here. Come on, Pee-wee. I want you to meet Gina, our star attraction.
Oh, here we go. Here's a couple of phone numbers. My husband and I follow you on Twitter. You should call him. He's not expecting it. It could be fun. Here's another one on Twitter. Direct from Hot Sauce Daily. Call me, please, Brian. Here's a direct one from Chip Wilson. Don, here's my phone number. Please call me. I can't hear you on the stream. Let's call someone from Twitter and find out if they're crazy or not. That's exactly the setup they want. Okay, I'll call this lady's husband from Twitter.com. This is odd. I don't even know the guy's name that we're calling. His wife's name is Presley's Chair.
Good morning, copyright. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. Is this the husband of Presley's Chair?
Yes.
Yes, hi. This is Don Geronimo, and you're on the air at WGMD.
Hey, what do you say, man?
Is that okay with you that you're on the air?
That depends what you're going to have.
Well, I'm calling because your wife sent me a Twitter.
Oh, no.
Your wife sent me a Twitter, and it says, my husband and I follow you on Twitter. You should call him. He's not expecting it. It could be fun. Because I wanted to actually talk to some of the people on Twitter to try to put a voice with the messages.
You are the man. Go ahead.
Well, no, you are the man. And tell me something. What is your wife's screen name? Presley's Chair. What does that mean?
Well, we have a cat named Presley, and when she was a kitten, she always hung out in the same chair, and she was so little and the chair so big, so it was Presley's chair.
So that has nothing to do with Elvis Presley.
Well, the cat's name is Presley, and her last name is Elvis.
Oh,
Elvis.
Very nice. I got it. And I am bothering you at work now. Where do you work, my friend?
I work at home.
And you work at home?
I work at home.
Down at the ocean at home. Do you do a business that you can mention on the air?
Yeah, I run a copy and printing business.
Oh, there you go. Good deal. Well, I just wanted to call somebody from Twitter. Now, what is your screen name on Twitter?
Copy Jim.
Copy. Oh, I've seen your messages before. I know who you are, dude. See, now when I see your messages, I won't picture like a creepy guy. I will picture you.
Ah, fantastic.
Wonderful. And how long have you been married to Presley's chair?
We've been married for 5 years. We have a 4-year-old, and we have a bun in the oven.
Hey, congratulations on that. Who's the man, huh?
I'm the man.
Who's not shooting blanks? And your charming wife. Who's the celebrity your wife most resembles?
Celebrity my wife most resembles?
That's a tough one. You get in a lot of trouble with that if you don't answer that the right way. Take your time.
I'm going to have to get back to you. I have no idea.
Oh, you know what? That is some cold stuff. You should have just thrown anything out, man. Dude, you got to throw out.
Helen Hunt.
As she is today or as she was?
Well, picture Helen Hunt, 5 months pregnant.
Helen Hunt. You mean Helen Hunt, 5 months pregnant. Oh, that would do it for me. That would absolutely do it for me. And you, who's the celebrity that you believe you most resemble?
Jimmy Connors.
You're going to have handsome children.
I don't care what you say.
You are going to have handsome children. Listen, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for taking my call. Copy Jim.
All right, brother.
Okay, brother. Brother from another mother. See you later. That's how we call someone from Twitter. Now, see? He didn't sound tremendously creepy. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. Just a little bit. Copy Jim. See, because now I'm going to recognize that voice. Now I'm going to have a voice to go with all of the many messages that I get on Twitter. Because that's the weirdest thing. Someday I would like to have a party here at the station. Well, not a party. That's putting too much of a bow on it. A get-together where perhaps you bring your own snacks. And I'd like to meet some of these people face to face. Because in some ways, they're my closest friends here at WGMD. Let me see. Here's another twit from Kevin. Morning, noon, whenever. You rock. And I thank you. Oh, and then here's a twit I got from Billy Mays III. Are you aware that Billy Mays, the guy that passed away, he was on Twitter, and like the last thing he wrote before he died was that he was supposed to get some sort of a medical check today. Nothing going to have anything to do with his heart. That's what they think killed him. Anyway, Billy Mays III, Billy Mays Jr., is a cat that I've talked to on Twitter. So I got that tape yesterday of Billy Mays, the late Billy Mays, talking to the fast food place in Florida. And Billy Mays III tweets, I've decided to start a Billy Mays Memorial Foundation in the coming weeks. I'm thinking of which particular cause to help with it. That's the kind of stuff you find on Twitter. Billy Mays Jr. Hello, WGMD, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, buddy.
Love your show. How about we have a party Friday? We'll come up with Starbucks. You
want to meet at Starbucks on Friday?
Yeah, how about you come here? Everybody meet at Starbucks. We have a big old coffee party.
How about you bring the party here?
Yeah, we'll have it there. We'll bring the Starbucks there. How about that? Friday at 9.
I swear to God, I would love that. You know why? Because Friday is a holiday. And that means
everybody's off.
There's no dress code at WGMD.
Yeah, we'll all come in there in flip-flops.
Yeah.
Suits.
Yeah. Bring some lawn chairs out.
Chairs, a cooler.
Yeah, there, boy. And you go to Starbucks there, boy. You get me some high-octane coffee, boy. I will see you down at the shore on Friday.
Yeah, sure. Have a good one, buddy.
Thank you, my friend. You know, now if you don't show, I'm going to be heartbroken. Because I'll be thinking that Friday, I got the show made. Because people are going to show up at the parking lot, and I don't have to wear my fancy clothes to work because it's Friday. You know, they graciously let me get around the entire necktie thing here at WGMD. Because I'm a man with style. I mean, I can dress, as I look at myself in the reflection, I dress for success. I give an aura that screams cosmopolitan, urbanite. successful broadcaster. And I do it all from my Tommy Bahama XL. But I'm looking forward to Friday. Oh, yeah. Wear the same clothes that I roll out of bed with. Isn't that a great feeling? Good thing Mary Lou doesn't work the early morning shift. Can you imagine that? Her shock coming in. She sees me just standing there. A couple of my Packer flip-flops. My Packer tank top. My wife beater. My green Packer wife beater. And my tidy whities. Oh, it'll be a beautiful day. Okay, what did we not get to on today's show? An awful lot of stuff.
Like Zsa took a shine to your pig, Pee-wee.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we didn't get to today. I never called my brother James. We'll do that soon. Yeah, I never got my brother Jim on the show. Also, I would love to review movies I haven't seen. We'll do that tomorrow. I got a note about Craig Wilson. Oh, plus, I'd like to plug in my iPod and do the iPod shuffle game with you. See what junk I've got going in my iPod. We'll do that tomorrow if we get a chance. Oh, and rate the states, too. Maybe tomorrow, that'd be right out of the chute. If nothing fantastic happens to me, I must tell you about it at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Then you start with rating the states. Okay, I keep hearing about how Texas wants to secede from the Union. And yesterday I was listening to Bill Connolly's show, as I am often want to do. I heard some numbnuts call and say that Delaware should secede from the Union. So what I'm going to do, my plan is to simply get the states that we can get rid of and just push them all out right now. I'll do that tomorrow with all this other stuff that I did today as well. Hello, WGMD. I didn't answer a lot of phone calls today either. Just 4 lines weren't ringing a lot. Hello?
You never got to my email.
No, I never got. I'll read the emails tomorrow, I promise. Are you the guy that sent me an email with dirty songs?
With the computer.
You sent it with the computer. Okay, well, tomorrow we'll read emails tomorrow. Some guy that sent me an email sent me it's a ridiculously dirty song. Let me see. The guy's name is Daniel Hawthorne. Let's see if I can click on this for a second for you here. Daniel Hawthorne. Well, the email's not in. Good news, you're not going to hear the dirty song today because I got to do this. We'll be right back, everybody. Wind it up on 92.7 WGMB. Could you hear the click? I was clicking and nothing was happening. 92.7, everybody. 92.7. 92.7. 927. Roger.
I'm alive today because of a prostate exam. News Radio. 92.7 WGMD. Rehoboth Beach, Ocean City, Lewis. The Talk of Delmarva.
Yeah, it's 11:58. Yeah. Oh, God, it's today. That's it. I started with this, right? I played the wrong thing at 9. It's a goodbye now. See you later. La la. La la, ladies and gentlemen. The Lawrence Love Singers. La la. La la. La la. I'll tell you what, I had some F-U-N. And remember, you can't spell fun without F-U. F-U-N. I love it. I love my life. I thank you for listening, everybody. Don Geronimo is a copyrighted feature that may not be reproduced without the express written consent of Major League Baseball. Until tomorrow, thank you both for listening, and hello. I'll be back in 21 scant hours. Stand by for the Fat Man. Good night. So close. So close. I'm only, 30 seconds away. 30 seconds away from not. So I'll take your calls tomorrow. Take your emails tomorrow. It's been a really good tight show except for the last 30 seconds. Stand by now for the Fat Man. He took pills too. Just like Michael Jackson. Just another thing that Rush has in common with Michael Jackson. On WGMD, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. See you tomorrow, 12 noon.
Fox News Radio, and Lisa Brady.
Today is a very important day.
And stay tuned for the Don Geronimo Show coming up on WGMD. Thank you, Joe. It's here. Let's go. Let's start.
You have Alex Rodriguez in the Obama administration.
Hold on a second. Alex Rodriguez. Oh, I see what you're doing. Hold on a second. They screwed me up on this thing.
Let's try this again. You know, the buttons are in a different configuration, and I seem to be getting some sort of ABC news.
It is all calculated to elicit a specific response from you.
Or I should be getting my funny music. Ain't this a kick in the pants? Hi, Joe. Hey, good morning. Right here. See that? I keep getting... Hey, you're the man, Joe. Boy, am I glad you're here, Joe. Thank you, Big Joe. Thank you, Joe. Red button. Thank you,